Expedite, the pre-workout, is designed to really help you get through those moments where you feel a little fatigued. Sometimes your body does get a little tired, you know, it gets a little sore. With this kind of stuff, it picks you right back up.
Past year for each of you. Obviously, your rise in fame of coming stateside to Vegas and 2 knockouts that could win Knockout of the Year. Sensational. But by far the biggest takeaway when you watch that in terms of thinking about this fight is 47 stitches along that eye. Your reaction
It's supposed
to
to be
that
stopped,
that
by the way.
happened in September and your feeling for the impact that it could make on this fight Saturday night, Deontay.
I mean, it's going to be a big factor. You know, it's going to be a big factor, not for me, but for him. You know, that's what he's been thinking about. It's, you know, Joe, it's a lot of energy that's been circulating throughout his.
No trust on the beat. I don't trust nobody.
Hey,
bitch, I'm charged
up.
up.
Throughout his camp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of secrets that's been going on. There's a lot of things they've been covering up.
Hey, watch me level up.
You know, but I just want to let you know it's subliminal messages. It's what we've been getting for all these years. I'm giving you a subliminal message. Being a veteran in this sport, I understand. I know.
Watch me level up.
I know what nervous energy is and what it looks like and what it smells like. Pussy. And I can't wait. I can't wait.
And you believe that
more
cut
concerned
brings about that nervous energy?
Yeah, that's part of it. That's one thing.
Tyson,
part of it.
how is the
concerned
eye?
about the cut.
How is
not
the
me.
eye and how is the scar tissue? 47 stitches, plastic surgeon inside and out. How's it holding up?
Terrible. It come open 4 times in training camp. It's been coming open with little flicks. So he shouldn't have any problems opening up then. Shouldn't he, the biggest puncher that's ever lived? The so-called biggest puncher that couldn't even keep a man down in the 12th round.
Yeah, you brazenly
big
made
feather
comments
duster.
that you want to taste blood. You've said this before and you've said it in the lead up here.
Does not bother me. I'm going to take him, I'm going to cut him and see how he feels like it. I'm going to see if he's going to get up off the floor. I don't think he's got the bottle, minerals, bollocks, whatever you want to call it. He ain't got it. He's an on-top fighter. He's a bully fighter. And when a bully gets bullied, he folds every single time.
There was, as we were sitting here and the 3 of us were watching the highlights of the past year, Deontay's
Talking about them knockouts?
2 incredible knockouts.
Okay.
It was tinged with derision as he was watching your 2 fights that took place here in Vegas. What did you learn about yourself with the 2 fights here in Vegas over the course of the past year?
That he couldn't say it.
You know, I learned a lot of things. I learned that I can come here and crack the biggest country in the world and become a bigger star than their homegrown heavyweight. That's one thing I learned. I learned that I can unite 2 TV stations, ESPN Plus and Fox Pay-Per-View, and unite 2 of the biggest rival promoters in the world. Is there anything the Gypsy King can't do? Including slap him in the mouth. Nothing I can't do. Already done it, been there, done it, wore the T-shirt a million times. Wilder, this is a big act for him. He's very nervous underneath. I can see his jumper going in and out with his heartbeat pounding out of his chest. Terrified.
You believe he's nervous right now sitting on stage with you?
He's nervous as hell. He don't know what to expect. He doesn't know what to expect, and he's getting knocked out.
Your job is to stand up, man. That's what you.
Knocked out.
In Vegas, bro.
Knocked out.
When I knock you out, go do stand-up comedy, bro. You got a career in that.
And when I knock you out,
because I'm crying, laughing, bro.
Begging me for a rematch.
Just do that. You got a British accent, and that's what they laugh. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you, because of your accent. You goofy. You a big mama. You know what I'm saying? You're a big goofy big mama.
You
big
quite
goofy,
don't
big
understand
bird,
what you're saying
big
because
mama.
you speak English.
That's what
you
you're
little
doing.
Bitch.
Exactly.
So you speak in English right now.
So you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, you know the sayings, what's understood don't have to be explained, because come February the 22nd, your body gonna be laying right there.
I do want to ask you something about your
Like it
past
was
year and the
before.
fights that we
Just
saw
like
there.
that.
And that is
but this time around, you ain't getting up, because I brought my 6-foot-inch nails and I brought a big hammer from Alabama, baby.
Good.
You know what else.
Good. Ain't going nowhere.
You know what else.
I'm going to knock you spark
You know
out.
what else.
I can't wait to do it, honestly.
You know what else.
You're nothing but a big skinny little pussy.
Sit down.
That's all you are.
Just sit down.
You ain't nothing.
Sit down.
You ain't scary.
Sit down.
You're not terrifying. I don't look at you and see fear. I look at you and see a fucking pussy with a nose ring in.
Sit
you
down.
little bitch.
Sit down. You're nervous.
Punch him all over the stage
Sit
right now
down,
if I wanted
man.
to.
Sit
and he couldn't
down.
do nothing about it.
Sit down.
Pick him and throw him across that room.
Sit down. You don't believe none of the words that you say. You can't punch. I don't know what you talking about, knocking somebody in the second round. You ain't never knocked nobody in no second round. You got pillows for fists. That's why I kept running through you. Because you can't punch.
Correction.
You
I did
can't
not
punch.
tell the last opponent
You
in the
can't punch.
second round,
You can't,
pussy.
man. You told that man to drop and he failed.
I'll tell you what, I do
Stop.
want to get into fight
Stop
strategy
it.
because you did put that
Stop
out there
it.
about
He
the
said, all
second
right,
round
this is enough of
knockout.
this act.
There's so much to take, but you've been
So
so
stop
open
it,
with
bro.
strategy. What do you say we take a quick and much needed break for a moment? When we come back, we will get into the fight strategy of what we will see Saturday night. The final news conference, Wilder Fury 2, continues from Vegas after this.
Great moment.
Perhaps far beyond my better
Your
judgment.
whole 6'9" body just laying across like a emergency, and I'm gonna do it again. Trust me.
Well, it's nice to be with you guys again. Good to be with you, champ. Tyson, good to be with you.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Nice to see you as well. I was planning on sitting over here, but based on the circumstances, I'll, beyond my better judgment, sit right here and hope nothing happens. Why the change in tone? I said to you about a month ago, I said it to you as well, I've marveled at how deferential the two of you have been in the lead up to this fight. You guys have shown great respect. You were well measured when we were together in LA a couple times, a month and a half ago and then a month ago. But fight week changes things clearly. Fight changes things clearly.
Countdown, 48
So here's what I'd like to do, if we can keep some composure here and some guardrails to a well-managed conversation. And by the way, I do want to congratulate you on both arriving to this point. And on behalf of boxing media and boxing fans and American sports fans, also thank the two of you for leading the way with what needs to be a more common trend in the sport. And that is simply the best fighting the best. Willing to say, forget business boundaries. This is what the sport should be on top of the mountain. So congratulations for that, as simply arriving to this point for all of us to take this in. And also thank you for the past month and a half, 2 months of unprecedented access, great, varied, and thoughtful interviews, because the promotional lead-up has been sensational. So let's try to continue that in what is the last time you guys are speaking here on stage and to the public, the third and final time. You'll have the weigh-in on Friday, which both networks will be bringing, and then, of course, the pay-per-view comes Saturday night at 9. As the WBC champ and the holder of the green belt, and this being your 11th title defense with 41 knockouts, I will give you the opening comment here. You have a live mic, but we're going to respect his opening comment of however you would like to start this news conference, champ.
Well, what can I say? This is the final countdown, like I said, and we all should be happy. This is the moment in time that we all been waiting for. The biggest fight of both our lives, unfinished business, as I call it. And I can't wait. Y'all know me, when I say I can't wait, I mean every word of it. It's torturing for me the week of the fight to be able to have to sit around and wait as the days drop, as the hours fall down, the seconds fall, just to sit here to wait to put my hands on the body. You know, this is what I've been preparing myself for. This is what I've been waiting so many months for. This could have been happening a long time ago, but somebody put on their running shoes. And they should have. They needed more warm-ups. They needed to get themselves convinced that they're their best when they know they're not. I can't wait. And don't he dare ever, he better not ever say he got me to big-time boxing. Ever in this game, I'm going to slap him. Because if anybody brought anybody to big-time boxing, it's me.
Opening statement.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you were strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big-time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that. I brought you to big-time boxing. The last time you were here, what did you do? Who came up and showed and saw you? How many? 15 the first time, 35 the second time. When I came, how many showed up? Down there sold it out. This time around, I sold the pay-per-view too. And this time around, they here for me to see unfinished business.
All untrue.
That's
I
facts.
was the man who
That
beat
is
Vladimir
facts.
Klitschko
Statement we
and
that
took
is
over the
facts.
division, not you.
That is facts.
And I brought you to
I'm
big-time
talking.
boxing.
Tyson?
I give you your
I'm
biggest
talking banana
paydays
peel.
you've ever had.
I'm talking big woman.
You was fighting in
talking
front of
big mama.
100,000 people.
I'm talking big
on
mama.
TV.
I brought you back.
You know, you're a bum.
You were
Nobody
strung
even knows
out
you
on
in your own
cocaine,
country.
bruh.
No one knows you.
You were big as a house,
You thought you
bruh.
could cherry pick me.
You were contemplating about killing yourself because you didn't want to live
And that's
anymore,
the man you
bruh.
wanted to take on, was it?
Bruh,
a man who
I
was going
told
to kill
you,
himself.
I said, Fury, get
you thought
your
you was
fat
getting yourself
ass
an
up.
easy victory,
I
did
said,
you
get in that
but
gym.
It didn't work out,
I said, I
did it?
dare you to come
It
back.
didn't work
I
out.
said, you won't come back. And what you did? Come on.
I come back and kicked your ass all over.
Me. You heard me. You took my advice, didn't you?
Tyson, you want time for an opening comment, or would you like to just engage back
He
and
can't
forth
help
here?
himself
Would you
because
like
he
the
knows
time
it's
for an
something
opening
that's
comment?
killing him inside.
You know
All right.
what? He's talking
can't help
absolute
himself.
nonsense.
Do you just want to
Nonsense.
engage in this? Which
You
way?
lie
Want an
about
opening? You want time for an opening comment?
I tell
Go
the
ahead and
truth
take
about
it.
everything.
Lineal
I
Champion.
speak. You
We're
never
already
receive it, baby, Michelle. Be
Please
mine.
go ahead. Take a minute for your opening comment, and then we will fully engage here for an hour.
Maybe
Go ahead.
The drugs got him lying so much.
Go ahead, Tyson.
But I revived him. He ain't had to go to rehab. I gave him. I rehabilitated him back, and here he is now. The second time around.
Are you finished?
No.
Keep
I'm
going then.
still
Continue.
talking.
This is your
I'm
5 minutes
still
of
talking.
fame. Continue.
I'm still talking. And here we are now.
Try and speak a little bit more
Hard
clearer,
to-
'cause I
go
can't
ahead, bro.
understand
Go
the
ahead,
words you're
man. I
saying.
see you.
Champ,
I see
you done with
hitting
your- are you done with your opening comment?
Something hitting him in his heart, so I'm gonna let him speak.
All right, Tyson,
Go
your
for it.
opening comment, and then trust me, we
Go-
will go
he
back
shaking.
and forth.
I didn't hit a nerve. He just shaking on the table, boy.
Go ahead,
Go
Tyson.
ahead, bro.
Is he finished?
Go ahead, man.
He says he's
I'ma give
finished.
you
The
your
floor
time,
is
man.
yours.
Give him a little bit.
I'ma give you
Lineal
your
heavyweight
time, man.
champion, sixth defense of the tradition-rich lineal belt. Please, Tyson Fury.
You know, Deontay Wilder spouting a lot of rubbish. He gave me an opportunity, did he? I give him his biggest paydays of his whole life, got him a big contract with Showtime, brought him to the biggest stage in the world, being Las Vegas, and here he is, this is how he thanks me. He's got a whole lot of appreciation for someone who's fed him, looked after him, and put millions in his account. Very nice person, D. You know, you owe me everything. I brung you to this level. Welcome to big time boxing. It's his second fight on the top. He fought his number one ranked opponent, Luis Ortiz, in his last fight. He'd done 300,000
wanna
buys.
fight.
Against 300,000 buys in the biggest country in the world.
Nobody wanna
I can
fight.
fight a bum and do 1 million views at home, you know. So,
Well, you're not home.
well, I am home
You
because
in
this is the
America.
home of the Gypsy King.
And guess how much
Bomb.
did you do? How many did you do?
This is the
How
home of
much
the
did you do
Gypsy
when
King.
you fought here?
Home of the
You
Gypsy King,
remember-
Las Vegas.
You remember the time
The
you fought here?
entertainment capital
How many
of the world.
How many came and saw
With
you?
the biggest
How
entertainer.
many came and saw your talent?
It was full in here when
How
I
many?
boxed.
It wasn't full. It
Full.
was 1,500.
Full.
You gave the rest
Get
of
the video
tickets.
back up and you'll see.
Last time was
Full.
3,500. You gave away the rest of the tickets.
Listen, you're
to
just
the
a
mold
pub show
people, man.
fighter.
Stop
I'm giving
playing.
you the opportunity
Stop playing.
to defend your belt.
Stop
But
playing.
when I've took it off you and burst your bubble,
playing.
just like the last British man, you know,
Stop playing.
came here, burst the bubble of an undefeated fighter,
see, they
and
always-
then boom, they always get beat again.
See, they always want to take the credibility of when we invent something, they want to write their name on that shit. It's been through history and time, and here it is again, right before our very fucking
Damn
eyes.
right.
You want to take
Damn
the
right.
credibility of something that you don't have no claim to name to. I brought you back. I gave you the biggest purse. Everything you say is what I've done to you, Just keep it real, bro. We fighters. It ain't no shame in our game. It's supposed to be like that.
Talking bullshit.
Why are y'all
We're here
alive,
to
bro?
fight. Whether you're whatever you want to be, an actor or whatever. Listen, bring your A
Deontay
game
Wilder,
on your
the baddest
acting
man
night
on the planet,
Saturday
the hardest hit a punch
and
in
I'll put you
boxing
into
history,
permanent
period.
retirement.
The
Don't
one
worry
that's
about
gonna
that.
whoop your ass and put everything
Like you did
else
last
to
time, yeah?
rest, just like I did the last
Couldn't
time.
do it last time.
You still think? How many times you dreamt about the 12th round?
Never.
Because that's the only thing that y'all can promote. Hello? Can you talk? Cat got your tongue?
I'll tell you
Tissue in your mouth?
Let's have a great conversation about that 12th round in a moment. But what I want to focus in on right
Apple
now
head
is
ass.
the path that you both took to arrive here. So a look back at the past year and how you both have arrived to
Big
this
mama.
mega event. Obviously, your rise in fame of coming stateside to Vegas and 2 knockouts that could win Knockout of the Year sensational. But by far the biggest takeaway when you watch that in terms of thinking about this fight is 47 stitches along that eye. Your reaction
It's supposed
to
to be
that
stopped,
cut
by
that
the way.
happened in September and your feeling for the impact that it could make on this fight Saturday night, Deontay.
I mean, it's going to be a big factor. You know, it's going to be a big factor, not for me, but for him. You know, that's what he's been thinking about. It's, you know, Joe, it's a lot of energy that's been circulating throughout his nervous energy that's been circulating throughout his camp. There's a lot of secrets that's been going on. There's a lot of things they've been covering up.
What do you want to share with
But,
us?
you know, I don't want to share nothing with you, you know. But I just want to let you know it's subliminal messages. This is what we've been getting for all these years. I'm giving you a subliminal message. Being a veteran in this sport, I understand, I know, I have a sixth sense. I know what nervous energy is and what it looks like and what it smells like. Pussy. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
And you believe that
more
cut
concerned
brings about that nervous energy?
Yeah, that's part of it. That's one thing.
Tyson,
part of it.
how is
He's
the eye?
concerned about the cut.
How is
not
the
me.
eye and how is the scar tissue? 47 stitches, plastic surgeon inside and out. How's it holding up?
Terrible. It come open 4 times in training camp. It's been coming open with little flicks. So he shouldn't have any problems opening up then, shouldn't he? The biggest puncher that's ever lived. The so-called biggest puncher that couldn't even keep a man down in the 12th round.
Yet you
big
brazenly
feather
make
duster.
comments that you want to taste blood. You've said this before and you've said it in the lead up
Does
here.
not bother me. I'm going to take him, I'm going to cut him and see how he feels like it. I'm going to see if he's going to get up off the floor. I don't think he's got the bottle, minerals, bollocks, whatever you want to call it. He ain't got it. He's an on-top fighter. He's a bully fighter. And when a bully gets bullied, he folds every single time.
There was, as we were sitting here and the three of us were watching the highlights of the past year, Deontay's
Talking about them knockouts?
two incredible
okay,
knockouts.
okay.
It was tinged with
3.
derision as he was watching your 2 fights that took place here in Vegas. What did you learn about yourself with the 2 fights here in Vegas over the course of the past year?
That he couldn't say it.
You know, I learned a lot of things. I learned that I can come here and crack the biggest country in the world and become a bigger star than their homegrown heavyweight. That's one thing I learned. I learned that I can unite 2 TV stations, ESPN Plus and Fox Pay-Per-View, and unite 2 of the biggest rival promoters in the world. Is there anything the Gypsy King can't do? Including slap him in the mouth. Nothing I can't do. Already done it, been there, done it, wore the T-shirt a million times. Wilder, this is a big act for him. He's very nervous underneath. I can see his jumper going in and out with his heartbeat pounding out of his chest. Terrified.
You believe he's nervous right now sitting on stage with you?
He's nervous as hell. He don't know what to expect. He doesn't know what
You
to
funny.
expect. And he's getting
your
knocked
next
out.
job is stand up, man. That's what you
Knocked
in
out.
Vegas, bro.
Knocked out.
When I knock you out, go do stand up comedy, bro. You got a career in that. You got a career in that.
And when I knock you out,
Because
you're
I'm
gonna be
crying,
doing nothing
laughing,
apart
bro.
from begging me for a
Bruh,
rematch.
just do that. You got a British accent, and that's what they laugh. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you because of your accent. You goofy. You a big mama. You know what I'm saying? You're a big
The thing
goofy
is,
big
though,
mama.
you
big goofy,
quite
big
don't understand
bird,
what you're saying
big
because
mama.
you speak English.
That's what
you
you're
little
doing.
bitch.
Exactly.
So you speak in English right
exactly.
now.
So you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, you know the sayings, what's understood don't have to be explained because come February the 22nd, your body going to be laying right there.
I do want to ask you something about your
Like it
past
was
year and the
before.
fights that we
Just
saw
like
there.
that.
And that is
but this time
specifically-
around, you ain't getting up because I brought my 6-foot-inch nails and I brought a big hammer from Alabama, babe.
Good.
You know what else.
Good. Ain't going nowhere.
You know what else.
I'm going to knock you spark
You know
out.
what else.
I can't wait to do it, honestly.
You know what else.
You're nothing but a big, skinny little
yeah,
pussy.
sit down.
That's all you are.
Just sit down.
You ain't nothing.
Sit down.
You ain't scary.
Sit down.
You're not terrifying. I don't look at you and see fear. I look at you and see a fucking pussy with a nose ringing.
Sit
you
down.
little bitch.
Sit down. You're nervous.
Punch him all over the stage
Sit
right now if I
down,
wanted
man.
to.
Sit
He
down.
couldn't do nothing about it.
Sit down.
Pick him and throw him across that room.
Sit down. You don't believe none of the words that you say. You can't punch. I don't know what you talking about, knocking somebody in the second round. You ain't never knocked nobody in no second round. You got pillows for fists. That's why I kept running through you. Because you can't punch.
Correction.
You can't
I did not
punch.
count the last opponent
You can't
in the
punch.
second round,
You
pussy.
can't, man. You told that man to drop and he failed.
I'll tell you what, I
Stop.
do want to get into fight
Stop.
strategy because you did put that
Stop
out there
it.
about
He
the
said, all
second
right,
round
this is enough of
knockout.
this act.
There's so much to take, but you've been
So
so
stop
open
it,
with
bro.
strategy. What do you say we take a quick and much needed break for a moment? When we come back, we will get into the fight strategy of what we will see Saturday night. The final news conference, Wilder Fury 2, continues from Vegas after this. Kate will toss back to me.
Until you break pieces, you know what happens when you break pieces?
I'm a king. I say Gypsy King. You say Bronze Bomber. Third place loser. Is that happening? Coming third. I wouldn't even put that in my name. Third place. You've already been third place, and you're still third place. You're third place today. You're the third best heavyweight in the world. I'll give you that. Third place.
Who's second?
Loser.
Who's second? Joshua's the second best. You just said last week that Joshua's not.
He's going to
You change your rankings in 1 week?
He's dropped in my pound-for-pound.
You just said a couple days ago you're top 2 heavyweights in the world.
I'm putting you down to number 3 for me.
Don't forget, put this in your hand.
We was just number 1 and 2, me number 1 and you number 2, and now I'm number 3. Who number 1?
Me.
And who number 2?
Your mama.
Oh man, damn.
After all that boils down to a your
In that
mama
case,
joke.
my mom deserved to be number 1.
Oh boy.
She deserved to be number 1.
She can be number 1.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you.
Mike, are we still taking questions from the media, or is that pointless at this point?
There must be some questions out there amongst all these media.
Questions?
They ain't calling in, they just listening.
All right, gentlemen, you took a nice break there. We were all able to watch the 12th round of December 1st, 2018, as we are here with the WBC champ Deontay Wilder, who has the highest knockout percentage in the history of the heavyweight division, beyond Joe Louis, beyond Rocky Marciano, Sonny Liston, Iron Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, anybody, the highest knockout percentage. And to my left, the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, who absorbs the fewest amount of punches statistically of any heavyweight on earth.
Say
the
it
most
again,
skillful
baby. Say it
tactician,
again.
the most elusive heavyweight that exists in all of
I
boxing.
stand up and take a bow for that. Thank you very much.
Which side you rather be on?
So the question becomes, as everybody draws back to the 12th round of December 1st, 2018, when the bell rings Saturday night, is it simply round 13? Do you just pick up where the two of you left off?
Yes, indeed.
Get that mic to your mouth.
Yes, indeed. It's unfinished business, like I said. You know, we're definitely picking up where we left off. I mean, he just changed his game. He didn't change his whole team, and he done changed up everything. So I can't speak for him, but you know, I'm definitely picking up what I left off at, and more in a more calmer, patient, and devastating fashion.
You got it. Go ahead, Tyson.
Yep, you know, round 12 was a good round. Credit to Wilder. He got me with two of the best punches I've ever seen thrown in a 12-round heavyweight fight. And as we've seen, it's been very, very famous. The old knockdown of the Gypsy King has been very, very, very active online and all over the world. But the thing that Wilder must be thinking is, I hit that guy with my best two punches I can ever throw in round 12, and he got up.
Well, he's
What have I
got
got to
respect
do
over the course
to keep
of the
him
past year
down?
of saying that, right? But how does that play in your head? The fact that you hit him that flush with that combination, and we saw him rise up. We saw him go pure Undertaker, the resurrection of a 6'9" heavyweight, to then come forward at you in the last 2 minutes. How does that play in your head?
I mean, it all felt good. You know, it felt good hitting them and dropping them. It felt good seeing them, and it felt good seeing them rise. You know, because it was the hype lived up to the fight. You know, when fans come and see heavyweights, they want to see knockouts. They want to see knocked out. And when you knock a guy down and he rise up like that, and then come back and still see that he got it and stuff, man, that made great fights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that at all. You know, it was a controversial decision, which leads to now an even bigger fight, more exposure, more attention, so a more devastating.
There's no doubt about
I ain't
that.
mad, bro.
Now, there are some who have put forth the idea that something clicked in your head, that all of a sudden when you got up and you stepped to him, you solved the riddle a bit, and then you have been so openly talking about your strategy of I'm going to come in north towards 270 pounds, of I'm going to press the action and step to the puncher, which is so counterintuitive to everything we would know in the boxing intelligentsia of one of the best, most elusive big men stepping to the most destructive puncher the division's ever known. Why?
It's a bold move, that's for sure. But we fight fire with fire. And the confidence I take into this fight, what enables me to take confidence from going forward at him, is I've never lost a dogfight, ever. Even when I've got off the floor, even in round 12, when I went at him, aggressive, he was all over the show. He couldn't contain me. So if I do that from round 1, he's going to be gassing by round 5 and hanging on to for dear life. If he even gets that far.
I don't buy nothing he says. You know, I don't buy nothing he says. The only thing that I believe in Tyson Fury that he said is that you got to nail him to his coffin. And like I said, I brought 6 feet inch nails and a big hammer from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I believe that come out of this man's mouth, because of course he got to promote and hype up the fight. So with that being said, a lot of these fighters, they like to tell a lot of lies. They like to, you know, to say things that are not true to make themselves look better and whatever. I understand. I get that. But when it's time for that bell ring and say ding, you know, everything else goes out the window, you know. I ain't worrying about these fighters. I'm special, and that's what differentiate me from the rest. My power, my heart, my willingness to go at these guys. My lion's heart. They know what they in for when they fight me. That's why they change up trainers. That's why they do more than what they supposed to do. And now he's dipping his hand in damn gas.
You've often described that power as a blessing and a curse. How so?
I mean, it's a blessing because I can get a guy at any given time. You know my saying. They have to be perfect for 12 rounds. 36 minutes. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. You know, and the curse is like my doctor said, he never seen anyone with power like this as a human being. And he said only 2 things that happen. He said, when I hit something, I destroy it, or it destroys me. And as you can see, this whole arm is like Frankenstein right here, and it's just adding on, you know what I mean? I got more scars on me than I have tattoos.
Your arm was injured prior to the first fight, but yet not a lot of people knew that. You've only started talking about that in recent months. How different has this training camp been?
I mean, it's been a lot different. You know, I'm more healthier this time. You know, my arm was a lot better. You know, I'm able to throw it, you know, with full power. That first time, I didn't even throw it in camp because I didn't want to injure it. I said, if I was going to injure it in any type of form or fashion, any type of way, that I'd rather to do it in the fight. At least I know I'm getting paid. You know, when you're doing it in sparring, you know, only thing you can get from that is a delay, and I didn't want to delay this fight.
We're going to take some questions from the media. Please introduce yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, Andreas Hale from the Sport News. Deontay, the first fight, you went viral. You had till this day, you had the knockdowns. This is Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
Are you looking to make a big moment in Black History come February 22nd?
Oh, my God. They picked the wrong date. They picked the wrong month. They picked the wrong month for this fight to happen. And I've said that many times. And when I knock the Gypsy Queen out, we're going to have a Black History trivia question that's going to be spread all over the world. And they're going to be able to write it any type of way they want it.
Tyson, question for you. Do you think there's any chance that Deontay can win a decision against you in this fight? Or is the only path to victory a knockout?
You know, I'm not sure, but I'm not reading into all this this racial thing with a black man versus a white man on Black History Month. And you know, I will refuse to go into any sort of thing about it. You know, we are two human beings, two heavyweights at the top of our game. This is not a racial war. This is two heavyweight boxers going toe to toe for all the jewels in heavyweight boxing. Nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, just like to clear that up nice and
I would
clear.
like your reaction to something though, because a decision was brought up. And obviously, the way you guys have been going at it here on stage, everybody's expecting this thing never to get to the cards. But let's put up the cards from the first fight, which was the split draw. And then let's discuss, as you see, the scores from the first fight up here. And then let's discuss the news today. And the news today is that Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfield, and Glenn Feldman, veteran judges, have been announced as the judges for your fight. These three of Moretti, Weisfield, and Feldman have worked numerous championship bouts, as well as the referee, Kenny Bayless. Your reaction to the judges and now Kenny Bayless being announced as the referee assignment?
Yeah, they're all very experienced judges, as we've seen. Kenny Bayless is a top referee. He's refereed me before. He's done a good job. I've got no objections with the referees and judges at all. Whoever they are, they're going to do a good job. It's the biggest stage on the planet. So, yeah, I've no real concern about the referee and judges, for sure.
Bayless, a veteran of mega fights, Pacquiao-Mayweather, Pacquiao-Marquez, heavyweight championship fights. Your reaction at all to the judges and or to Kenny Bayless being named the referee by the Nevada State Athletic Commission?
I mean, I think they all are qualified to. I think they all are qualified to do a great job. You know, I'm looking forward to the fight come the 22nd, Saturday. You know, I never complain about the judges or the referees.
Well, you typically don't worry about judges.
I don't worry about that because I have devastating power.
Let's take another question from the media.
Tyson, Sam Gordon here, Las Vegas Review-Journal. A lot of historically great heavyweight title fights here in Las Vegas, but nothing of this magnitude for quite some time. Just what does it mean for you to be at the epicenter of the heavyweight renaissance here in Las Vegas?
It's a big show, and I'm very happy that we could all get together and put this on for the fans around the world. And, you know, if it's anything as good as the talking we're doing up on stage, I'm in for a real treat, aren't we? That's for sure. Let's hope both men back up all the shit talk, eh? And put on a good fight, which really counts and really matters. And that's it on the night.
Deontay? Anything for you to react to Tyson there?
I mean, the question was directed towards me.
Sure, understood. Do you have any reaction before we take another quick break?
No, next question.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're taking another break. We're going to invite the trainers up in a moment. We remind everybody how to buy the fight. Saturday's pay-per-view. The ultimate showdown in the heavyweight division, the undefeated champions. You can go to foxsports.com/pay-per-view. You can click buy now. You can download Fox Sports app, stream it live from your favorite device. You can also go to espnplus.com/Wilder Fury, click buy now, or watch it on the ESPN app, or go to ESPN Plus tab and click Wilder Fury Fight Tile. And, of course, it's available on pay-per-view. We're going to take a quick break. Deontay Wilder, the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion, now joined by his longtime trainer, J.D. He's out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury, with the guy who's going to be the chief second for the first time in a fight with Tyson, and that is from the famed Kronk Gym, Sugar Hill Stewart. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I wanted to get into fight strategy right away, but this took such a different turn today compared to the tone that we've seen in most of the promotion for this fight that I will start with simply asking you your reaction to what you've seen out of your two fighters here in the course of the past 45 minutes. Jay?
It's appalling. It's horrible. No, I'm kidding. It's fight week. It's fight week. This is what's supposed to happen. You know, it's one thing when it's 3 months out, 2 months out, but when it's when it's the time, when it's that week, it's supposed to get like this. This is what happens when you have the two best heavyweights in the world, both undefeated, both highly motivated, both as competitive as two humans on earth can be. This is what happens. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Sugar?
I'm excited about it, watching the fighters' reactions. Everything's been quiet. Everything's been subtle. Today you saw the mood swings. You saw all the hard work that these fighters have been putting into their training camps. You just saw a little glimpse of it on the stage here. The emotions are going up, emotions are going down. Emotions are going up, they're going back down. This is what big-time boxing is. These two guys are professional, but they still have their emotions. They still have their, the chip on their shoulder. They both want that win. Both of these fighters are just, expressing themselves like they should.
Sugar, you're one of the biggest variables in this entire lead up to this fight because the news of Ben Davison being out, still a great relationship. It has been proven, your former trainer with you. But here we go. Nearly a decade ago, you came over stateside and you spent time in Detroit at the famed Kronk with the late, great Emanuel Stewart, Sugar's uncle. And you formed a bond also with your cousin Andy Lee, who will be working the corner with Sugar Hill. Why the return to Kronk?
Because like I said many, many times in the build-up to this fight, what I did last time clearly wasn't good enough. So we had to change it up, and we're going to look for the knockout. And who better or what better club to go to than Kronk?
What do you feel like you delivered over the course of the last 8 weeks to Tyson, Sugar?
I feel like I delivered everything that he asked for. He wanted to be better technical. He wanted to be more aggressive. He wanted to be a big, tall, dominant heavyweight.
Well, you guys have specialized in that for years with the heavyweights who have come out of your camp. To the trainer change. What was your reaction to the fact that this camp went in a different direction?
It surprised me because I think the world of Ben. I think Ben and Tyson have kind of been through hell and back together, and they were great for each other. It's almost, to use an English equivalent musically, you had Lennon and McCartney were fantastic separately, but together there was magic. And I think that Tyson and Ben had that kind of magic, probably still do on a personal level. Now Javon Sugar is training him, and he's a great trainer. So I expect the very best Tyson Fury. And that's what we're ready for, is the best Tyson Fury, because when Deontay wins this fight, I want Deontay to get the full credit for beating Fury at his absolute best. I don't want there to be any talk. I want both guys at their best, and I think that's what we got.
Guys, this camp has been very open in discussing their strategy, also in discussing the weight that you want to come in on when you step on the scale come Friday afternoon. Let's go and show the weight of what has been your recent fights, because you are expected to come in upwards of potentially 15 pounds north of when you first fought, as you see the fight at 256.5 against Wilder back in December of 2018, and then what you did against Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz. Why come in at the heavier weight? Sugar?
Why not? Tyson Fury's 6'9". He's not 6'4", 6'5". He can carry that weight along with the power. He's a big, strong heavyweight, and the weight's not going to hurt him. He still moves around just like a super middleweight. Still, has the ring IQ to set things up, and just adding some punching power to his arsenal. 270 pounds is not a problem.
And then we've also heard from the fighters discussing what you say of, hey, second round knockout, I'm stepping right to him. Why not go that? We discussed that between the three of us earlier. But Jay, when you hear Tyson and Sugar Hill Stewart being so open and discussing, we're going to come in bigger, we're going to step to the WBC champ, what did you think?
I mean, whatever they do is what they do. And I think that if Tyson comes forward like he says he's going to, it's going to be lead to opportunities for Deontay, because we don't worry about weight regardless. With Deontay, we don't even use the scale at the gym. What he weighs is what he weighs. As long as he's training hard and eating well, which he's doing those things, what he weighs, he weighs. He's a freak of nature. And so what the other guy does is not that much of a concern from a strategy point, because Deontay's always the lighter guy. I mean, in all these 40-plus fights, he's probably been outweighed in all but 4 of them or so. So it's normal. He's fought guys 100-plus pounds heavier. It's never been an issue. In fact, it's usually advantageous.
What do you think you're going to weigh on Friday? What do you think you'll be on the scale on?
Well, I really don't know, but I've been waking up at around about 2:30.
2:30?
You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably come in the high 220s.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm maybe coming in at 2:30, so somewhere around there.
You guys bring a calming force to everything up here. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Sugar, Jay, we're going to let you go. We're going to take another break here, the final news conference of Wilder Fury 2. And then, gentlemen, we will let you have your final comments and one last stare down. We're going to continue on from Vegas. Stay with us. Great job, guys. Thank you for joining us.
It's a lot more exciting when we're not up here.
Yeah, it is. That's for Tessitore sandwiched between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It has been a fascinating, and I think now people motivated very much here to see what happens on Saturday night, past hour of a visit with 2 of you. I thank you for that. I thank you for engaging in such a thoughtful conversation after all the vitriol that we had early on here. But now I have a sense that it could be bubbling up again, as I will offer each of you the chance for your closing comments. Respectfully, I will ask for you to just sit back, let Tyson go first, then you will have your opportunity. We'll wrap things up, and then one final face-off. Everybody good with that? Tyson, the floor is yours. No face-off, says Aram. Gentlemen, you can do as you please, but Aram doesn't want it. Please, go ahead, Tyson.
Lastly, thank you to everyone who turned up today, all the news and media from around the world. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm not going to go on all day. Fight's going to be an amazing fight. If it's anything like what we've done today, it should be a very, very good fight to watch. Tune in on Saturday night, Fox Pay-Per-View, ESPN Plus, and BT Sport Box Office. Be there, be square. That's it.
Very professional. Thank you. Deontay, final comments of the final press conference.
Like I said, it's the final countdown right here. You know, you can see that we're emotionally invested in this. We want to give you guys the best of us. Come Saturday night, we're going to release all our negative energy in the ring, and it's going to stay there. You know, after the fight, you know, we're going to be able to come together and give each other hugs and tell her what great job we done. You know, right now, you know, it's time, and this is the moment we all been waiting for. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm sure it's the moment he's been waiting for as well. To have so many people, so many eyes looking in, to put the heavyweight division on notice. And it's been throughout these last few years, it's been tremendous what's been going on. And as our first fight, as y'all can see, you know, it was amazing. We lit it up, and this time around it won't be no different. You know, I think it'll be even more intensive fight this time around. We know each other a little bit more better, and what more do you want from us? You know, to give our all, and that's what we're gonna do for you guys. Come Saturday night, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it, and that's it, baby.
We all can't wait for it. Undefeated heavyweight champions meeting up. This is what the sport should always be, at its very best. And give credit to the 2 of you for making that happen. Yes, Champ.
One last thing, I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved with this, you know, the networks, the promotion, the promoters, the managers, because with fights like this, it's hard to come by, you know, especially nowadays. You know, we always say the best should fight the best, and sometimes that always can't happen. It takes build-up. It takes a certain point in time for that to happen. But this is something that's never been done before. These are 2 networks, the 2 biggest networks in sports, Fox and ESPN, and we got you know Al Heyman, we got everybody that's involved. There's so many names to name. It's so many people, and everyone that knows who's involved, man. I just appreciate you from the bottom of my heart to get this fight going, and here we go, guys. I can't wait.
Great credit to PBC and Fox, to the Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank and ESPN. Guys, you brought it in for a nice, calm landing. That was easy. Well done. Champ, good to be with you. Champ, good to be with you. Kate, take it away. We survived somehow. It's all you.